Greetings, everyone. I am Aurora. Thank you for being here. Let me check and see if we're going to give this a couple seconds and allow for it
Greetings,
to come.
everyone. I am Aurora.
Very good. It is on, and it seems like you all can hear me nice and loud. Thank you for being here. Such an honor to have you here. I am Aurora, and I am the founder of A.U.R.A, Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy. If you haven't seen our A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing sessions, check them out. They are phenomenal and beautiful and just transcending and really help the client deeply find answers within as well as beautiful growth within. Yes, and then we have testimonials hopefully coming up, by the way. If you've had an A.U.R.A session with me and you have yet to, and it's been posted on YouTube, it was shared on YouTube, and you would like to do a video with me where you're sharing a follow-up with me, how you're doing now. We always love to hear on how you're doing now, because some of these A.U.R.A sessions are just like, wow. And you really just learn to fall in love with the client that is laying there and is telling their beautiful stories. So thank you to them for sharing their stories. Yes, if you have had a video posted, email me, as I will give you a free 45-minute reading if you do a follow-up, and let us know how you're doing. Yes. So we have a couple of those coming up hopefully in the future. We just posted a video late last night, and yes, the client has been emailing me how beautiful she's doing, and hopefully we can get a follow-up for her in video perhaps. And if not, that is okay. And really love what we're doing right now with the A.U.R.A sessions. I'm going through, it's taking me longer. It's taking me like 4 or 5 hours to go through and edit them. So yes, that is why you've also seen a little bit of lag slowing down with the videos. But yes, I'm going through and editing the big parts, the parts where they pause. That way it's easier and more convenient for you all. So that could be a good amount, like 30, 40 minutes that we are editing out, and it takes a long time, again, up to 4 to 5 hours. So understand that I want to give the best for you all in everything that I do. I do my very best from a heart frequency. And yeah, so know that if you're watching an hour and 50-minute, a 2-hour A.U.R.A session, everything has been edited out that wasn't needed there. Thank you for being here. You can find me on risingphoenixaurora.com, where we are also to the point now. We are channeling Archangel Raziel. Love him. It's been fun to connect with him. A lot of times we realize that as we're developing ourselves, we do not realize that we are already talking to them, or they've been talking to us throughout our lives. And you start putting those pieces together once you figure out, you tap into that frequency as we teach. When we are teaching quantum alchemy channeling certification, you are able to type into their frequency, their signature, and then you realize, wait a minute, you have been talking to me for a long time. Oh, you're the one that brought me this information. You're the one that brought me that idea. Often when we have ideas that come to us that are like, wow, like, or just ideas that bring us into the path, we don't realize that is actually them speaking to us telepathically, as sometimes we can't tell whether it's their, we won't hear a different voice. We will hear our own voice as they use our own body and our voices to channel to us. And as I was speaking to him, I'll share a little bit with you. He's pretty funny. He's funny. He is, so he's showing me how he likes to kind of like present himself. And then you'll find along the way, he's going to share some more information. And we also have some surprise guests as well that will be speaking, that he gave me a heads up on during the channeling. And if you haven't had a chance to write questions, please feel free to write questions here, and Minnie will ensure to add them. And if we don't get to them, we will add them for another time. So understand that your questions are very much, we are in gratitude for your questions. So yes, he showed me a scene where he's like, apparently he kind of likes rap music. I was like, what? So he's like walking, and if you ever seen that movie, the first Spider-Man series, the very first one, Peter Parker, and he's walking and he's having like his like really cool day, and he's like walking by, and he's like, just like walking with like so much swag and rhythm, and yeah, that's a really funny part, one of my favorite parts. And the women are looking at him, but some of them are looking at him like, what's up with him? So yeah, that's him. He shows me, but of course he looks very cool in it. And instead of like the music that Peter Parker had, he has like rap music, like, yeah, I'm coming in. So I just thought that was funny. I want to share that with you all. He's a funny man, funny angel. Okay, our fire's looking good. We are looking good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. Going to start preparing myself, placing myself in, and as you know, I channel the A.U.R.A collective, so Razio is of the A.U.R.A collective, of the Law of One, and they've taught me since my beginnings 30s how to surround myself with love light. So understand and know that I am surrounded by beautiful, powerful alchemy, sound, alchemist type of force fields around me, so that we can ensure that we channel today the highest and most beautiful, high vibrational heart frequency of a channel. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful guides and angels that aid us every time to channel these beautiful messages for you all. Love you all. I'm going to get ready. So welcome, Steve. Thank you for joining us. We love you. And thank you, Lily and Minnie. (111) Send love to the earth and the children. So, Aurora, I'm going to do one of my mantras I do. Aurora. Greetings. I am Razio. In gratitude, I am for our union today, and I and we being able to speak to you of who I am as Razio and who we are as the Ra, particularly Egypt, that is dear to my essence and dear and beloved to many of your remembrance and essences as well. For when you look upon Egypt, you look upon it in wonder and a recognition of feeling that it is something that feels familiar to you, familiar and comforting, as if you find a connection to it being a way to some of the secrets or the knowledge within you that is awaiting to be unlocked. I am the key, the law of evolution, the soul star. And you can find my ley line and my key within the lands of India. Why it is that you find in this land much recognition of the knowledge that is part of the materialization of your body, as the chakras and yoga and different teachings that remind you of the energies that consist of you within the rays that connect to the earth, our earth mother. I have had several fractals upon your earth come in and teach. And one that is dear to my heart, that I still show myself to you in a form. And some of you, looking upon our title, started to connect to me in realizing the fractal that I am there, the divinity that I hold as Toth, for that is a divinity fractalization of my essence as Archangel Raziel, as the law of evolution, and the law of evolution upon the human earthly plane. For I and we help you evolve, not only here, but throughout the cosmos and the universe. And to better explain who I am as Thoth, is I am a blue avian being. Isis gave you a clue upon this last channeling. You can say that the blue avian race was a race that I help manifest with the aid of my elders, brothers, and sisters. One of the first races that we created within the 12 galactic constructs, where we combine the beautiful bird being that you see flying in your skies with a human form. And this is why you see the blue avians, or I as Toth, painted and sculpted, scribed on the walls. We are the messengers of the Ra, messengers of the guardians, messengers of creation. Just as you see the birds flying as if they have a message to deliver somewhere, flying with that freedom, so do we. We travel to different dimensions, parallel universes, different planets with messages, overseers of aiding different life forms within different dimensions. Within our bodies, we are, you would say, a portal ourselves. For within our bodies, we have portals as well as crystals to help us shift back and forth We are masters of shifting our energies anywhere from the 4th to the 12th dimensions of creation. And we hold sacred scrolls, sacred teachings, and messages to be delivered to, as I mentioned, planets, planes of existence. We have caves, as you would see it, caves within the higher realms, sacred places that we hold. Some of these sacred items, sacred teachings, sacred symbols, as well as I am the guardian, specifically I as Toth. I am the guardian of the Hall of Records, is something that you call it. And I will be shifting in and out of the Blue Avians as they spoke. You might have sensed the shift. They spoke as a collective, explaining who they are, and now I am speaking. We will shift back and forth. I oversee these sacred scrolls, which are a representation of stories of you, meaning Akashic readings, Akashic records of you, as well as consciousness of you that you have lived in past lives. I hold these records for you as well as the other Blue Avians. And right now, we, the collective of Blue Avians, are working. So beautiful you all are. In remembering and activating some of that remembrance and some of the knowledge and wisdom, if you so just believe in yourself, for the biggest obstacles to human life is themselves. You are your biggest obstacles at times. For you have been programmed to doubt yourself, to not believe, and to question some of the sacredness that is being shared to you, though questioning is always good. And we speak of the questioning of things that feel right in your heart. In your heart. Do not question the things that feel right in your heart. Believe them. The minute that you feel them in your heart and they feel so warm and your heart might flutter, it might tickle, and it might expand. That is information that has been brought to you by the Blue Avians, as well as your soul families, your higher selves, the angelics. We are bringing you this information. We come as messengers to you through birds that you see flying. For when you connect to the bird that glides through the wind and you feel their freedom, you are feeling the freedom of the soul, of what awaits for you beyond the 3rd and the 4th dimension, and even what's capable of you within the now, if you so wish to allow your wings to spread. And we come in all forms of colors, not just blue, in many colors. And some of us have arms, and there's different races of Blue Avians. Some of us have wings. Some of us have wings that have hands coming out of them, depending on what role we have been created for from the Divine Mother. We bring messages of love, messages of awakening, messages of activations, messages of the remembrance of your souls. For the birds themselves that fly within the skies are our creations, are our species represented through your time. Know this and feel it. Need water. We welcome you. We welcome you to call upon us during your meditations. First of all, always setting an intent of love, light, force fields around you, and sacred geometry or alchemy that you are already working on, or something that resonates within your heart, or even something very, very well known, like our brother Metatron's cubic star. That is a force field that you could create around you when trying to connect to us or any other benevolent being. That way you ensure that you are connecting to us. For we have messages for you of your soul, if again you just allow and believe and trust yourself. I want you to remember to surrender in life as a bird glides through the wind and allows for it to be taken in the directions it is meant to be taken through the wind. That is how a beautiful way, a manner for you to envision yourself, to be taken by the winds of the wisdom, the winds of change, and the winds of the beauty of you that is ready to be transformed within you, that is ready to be lifted, the negativity within you that is ready to be lifted, to be transformed into the beauty that you are, and the beautiful creations you are. Some of you can remember lives that are existing parallel to you in the human existence. Can remember yourself being a blue avian of 7 to 10 feet tall and holding messages for others. And perhaps by even listening to this channel, you might awaken and activate these memories within your soul. We are the messengers of the secrets, the messengers of God with our wings. Thank you. We'd like to answer your questions. If you have a question for us as a collective of the Blue Avians, we shall pass it on to Brother Razio Toth.
Thank you, dear brothers. Welcome. We honor you, we respect you, we thank you, and we love you very much. Thank you very much for guiding us and protecting us every day. Mm-hmm. We have quite a few questions here. And if I may just start with the law, the key that Archangel Raziel mentioned he is. Since you are the key of evolution that is based in India, how can we help strengthen this key? What does it need at this time from us as a collective?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We shall continue to speak as the Blue Avian Collective. As we have spoken prior, we know that we say send love, And let us explain why we say send love. For love, love, love. Ooh. Vibrations. This is the highest and most beautiful frequency and vibration to echo out from your essence and your being. Echo it out. Send that echo as the bird calls, and the echo that you hear as it calls. Send that echo of love to this area so that we can continue to spread the beauties that are found through this land of our brothers Shiva, Krishna, our sisters Kali Mama, Kali, Parvati, these beautiful energies that many hold within a remembrance of a soul, for they themselves are a specific race. Perhaps they shall speak in the future. Send love, though not everything you can say of the highest good, for there is some false light within the Indian lands, and there is some reptilians posing as deities that might draw from sexual energies and that type of forms. So be aware and understand that, again, as we teach and how to safely, sacredly speak to deities and goddess type of energies, spread the messages of the chakras and how it is that the chakras are connected to the major 7 glands of what you can say runs the physical body. Like a column here that runs and creates the hormones and the balances within the human body. Spread the word of the crystals that connect to the chakras, that help balance out these deficiencies within the chakras, that create the illness and the disease. Spread the information of yoga. Yoga is one of the most beautiful gifts that you can use as a tool for when the body awakens. The mind is, for when you awaken, the mind is going 100 miles per hour. And the body is like, wait, hold on. Let me catch up. When you do yoga, even just for 5 minutes, then you awaken and align the mind now with the body. It creates a beautiful balance where our brother Thoth might speak upon in connection to in the future. A beautiful balance. We highly recommend yoga, but when doing yoga again, you're entering a brainwave close to the theta. Therefore, again, set your force fields up of channeling and allowing the flow of the divine energy of your highest frequency to channel through you as you're breathing in and out and stretching out those muscles. And understand that some of these teachings, again, have been infringed upon and are part of the programming as well. Though there is much beauty within these teachings as well. Envision yourself like a bird calling the echo of love to this land. Thank you.
Thank you for that. That was very detailed, and we'll work on that. As a keeper of the scrolls, will the Hall of Records in Egypt be opening for us during this time of disclosure? And are we ready now? Is it possible?
Thank you. I, Thoth, Raziel, should speak upon this. The Hall of Records is open. Yes, it is. And it is open only but an imagination away and a thought form away of you connecting. For it is located underneath the Sphinx. And there I and my brother Anubis, who shall be speaking in the future, we are the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers of this realm and of this frequency. You are able to find the Akashic records to you and the Akashic records through this hall of what's within you ready to be awakened and activated. As we talked in the past, the brainwave of the delta of the sleep is the most powerful brainwave that you can find knowledge and wisdom and get downloads from within when you are sleeping. Remember the power of this. And as you meditate, and then as you go to bed, set intents that some of these memories may be downloaded upon you. And please understand that if you do not remember it as you awaken, that is part of the growth and part of in the manner it is meant to go. For you cannot remember all this knowledge and sacredness within an instant and within a day. It takes many unwinding, unfolding, and unfolding of your soul within this human consciousness. Loving and being patient with yourself. For you are as a beautiful architectural creation. For I am also seen as the architect of creation. For I look upon you as a beautiful construct, as a beautiful pyramid itself, and as a beautiful building that might be created. For there are many different dimensions that create you, different measurements, and different consistencies that are unique within you to no one else. And you are as a beautiful pyramid that has facets within it, that has not just 4 points, that has 8 points at the bottom, that is facets of you, mirrors, reflections of you. For at the wholeness of creation and as a collective, we are very much an embodiment of a pyramid. And I love to look at the different dimensions and the different measurements of you and help you perhaps make this measurement, if you were to be a structure, this measurement of this wall, help it become stronger to its foundation, stronger to its design, stronger to its angle. This is how I view you in my point of view as the law of evolution. For you are as a building, evolving and growing rooms and growing walls and growing color within it and adding furniture upon it as you keep growing every day. And every time it becomes more and more beautiful and beautiful. Yes, within these hall of records, you can find what I mentioned. Come meditate. I invite you. We stand forth as gatekeepers, waiting for you to open this door. And we will help you guide within this door, for there is much remembrance of your soul within it, remembering that you are a dragon, you are a chimera, you are an angel, you are a Pleiadian, you are an infinite amount of beings that cannot be explained within names. For there are truly no names, but only frequencies. You are all this, and you can find the sacred remembrance within the hall of records. You can find these here, and they are ready. We are ready to hand them to you and unroll. Ready to be unrolled little by little and read. And as you read them, they come out from the scrolls and into you and your soul's blueprints. You read more of your soul, and out the word, the golden white wording comes out and integrates into your soul. And more every day you become stronger and stronger. As the collective of Blue Avian said, though you can be your biggest obstacle. First, to become a clear channel, you must first, as Brother Azrael spoke, heal and transmute some of the densities within you and help perhaps some of those entities that have been stuck on earthly plane that might be now stuck on you. Help them shift them. And as you shift them out and heal them out through these different brainwaves of theta, delta, you lift the frequency and your mind becomes clear and your knowing, your heart becomes strong and fueled and inflamed more. And this is how you're able to allow for your imagination to retain these sacred written information on these scrolls. Thank you.
Thank you. And how can we best use the information from our Akashic records and evolve from it? How can it aid us in our current times?
Yes. To be the most beautiful, highest you have to remember why it is that perhaps you have been shown a past life or at times even future lives and the lessons. What is the lessons? What are the lessons that you learned through the past lives? Do you see them as a hinder upon your soul? Do you see them as a weight, an anchor that is keeping you heavy and not allowing those wings to spread? How do you see them? Have you gotten to a frequency where you are ready to release these that are holding you heavy? Remember the lessons and understand them. See why it is that you lived as a, say, king. And in that life, perhaps you were too much in the human ego. And you ate too much in gluttony. You conquered too much. Imbalance within the power of your solar plexus. Look at these lessons, for you were those teachings and those past lives and those lessons so that you can be the you now and understand, yes, I learned in that life as a king that no matter how much I ate, I could not fulfill the hunger within me and the emptiness within me. That no matter how much I conquered another land, that never again filled the emptiness within me. And you understood, for when there is great power, for with great power comes great responsibility, as one of my fractals wrote for you as you watch the Stan Lee channeling, for he was a beautiful fractal of I, and another representation of how it is that we bring this evolution to you and this remembrance. For many of the characters, as he spoke, are actual characters and guardians of your time and space. So remembering the lessons that they have created you into who you are, they are not hindering you. Healing, feeling them, healing them, facing them, not running from them, as Archangel Raziel spoke of being fear-based. Face them. Face them. Live them. Feel them and heal them and let them go. Cut those cords, transmute them with fire, cleanse them off with water, let the wind take them away, and give them your thanks for the lessons that they created you into who you are in the now. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure that's going to help us to relate better with our Akashic records. Can you share with us some sacred teachings taught by you as Thoth that are held in your emerald tablet? And have these sacred teachings been compromised, just like other sacred information?
Thank you for this question. Let's see. There are tablets for every single chakra point that you see, and even the points that are within the 13 keys. Tablet scrolls. And yes, they have been very much compromised. You would call it, if you read it online, BS. Aurora will not allow for me to curse. Different things that have been written about the Ra, how the Ra is the one and only sun god. Perhaps that might be true in a sense, though we are a collective that views us as we are all ones. These are teachings that you would find in the tablets. We are all one being. In Adonai, we honor the you as we spoken in me and the me in you, for we are each other. Teachings that you have found that might, for example, say some of your internet, where you will find stories like, I am confused as Toth as Horus. Horus is a separate being in itself, but yet still one within the Ra. I am Toth, he is Horus. Horus of the Christ consciousness. And we will allow for him to tell his story in the future. Some of these stories and information through your tablets, yes, have been very much compromised. Read them and feel what feels right in your heart, and release what does not, as we have spoken prior. Release it and move on. Toth is benevolent and has always been benevolent, and has always reigned positive, polarized for creation. Have to be played. to understand the contrast of each other and understand what it is to be dark and of light and the light of dark, or a beautiful balance of both. For we do not judge any role that you accept to play. For there is much beauty and love in all roles to be played. And these are some of the teachings again that you would find within the tablets. Teachings of alchemy, teachings of alchemists, of how to create gold, perhaps how to create, you would call ormus in your time and space, how to create it with symbols like the pineal gland that exists within you of the eye of Horus. How to use these different tools. And these are the teachings that I taught when I fractalized upon Earth as Toth. For I was an astrologer, a combination of an astrologer and an architect. I knew that I needed to perfectly align this angle with this point of the pyramid to this constellation, and how the astrology of the 12 astrologies, 13 being the Divine Mother energies, how they needed to align in a grid point of view. And I very much spoke to the different guides throughout your time, people who incarnated upon your time, that created many, many hundreds of pyramids that you would find now hidden within your lands. And I helped create that so that this construct upon Earth, I guided them through their inner knowing, through their thought form, through their dream, so that we could create this beautiful connection of gridding of pyramids. For pyramids are points of where there are, you can say, as antennas where we can send frequency, as Isis spoke, and connect to all the different ley lines that are connected. For many of these, you will find these pyramids, ley lines near them. Can't tell you to which direction, but you will find them near them. Focus points. There has been children in your time in space that have discovered some of these hidden pyramids and discovered how they're all connected. And the ley lines. That is I sharing that information. Protect these children who are coming up with these things on how to clean the waters within the ocean and how to help Earth evolve. Protect these children. For yes, the cabal is loosening up, there is still hold upon that. And still influence, unfortunately. I speak of this in awareness. Protect those children. Let me see what else I would like to share from these teachings of the tablets. When you hear people speak of these tablets, these green emerald tablets, ensure that you are listening to beings that believe that they should surround themselves with force fields of love, light. For at times when they are channeling information, they will have strong infringement of the false light within it. What are they doing? What efforts are they putting in ensuring that they channel the most beautiful, highest frequency for you to learn from? What sacred symbolism, sacred architecture sacred structure, sacred alchemy are they using so that they can ensure that they channel I or other blue avians or higher selves or others who work with symbolisms, symbols. Thank you.
Thank you for that. That's very valuable information for us. You mentioned alchemy symbols, and there is one that we'd like to understand more in detail, the Eye of Horus. What was it meant for, and what are the powers that it holds within itself, and how can we work with it today? Thank you.
Thank you. Through the Eye of Horus, it is a portal, a gateway to your Akashic, a gateway to your senses, aligning and working with your clairaudience, your claircognizance, your clairsentient, connecting them all and awakening them. For every fractal of the Eye of Horus, every piece of it is in connection with your pineal gland inside. And it is your gateway to the cosmic, to the cosmos, and a gateway to your past. For you are your time. You are your time machine. You are. You hold a time machine within your pineal gland. Though, as we know, time does not exist. However, this is the way that you can understand it within your collective consciousness. And perhaps Horus will go in even more detail in the future to that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we will be actually discussing this with Horus as well, but we couldn't wait to ask you. Can you tell us anything about crop circles and who they come from or the purpose of them being here? Also, should we meditate on them? Can we print them, draw them? What can we do with them? Thank you.
Crop circles. Crop circles are created by invisible UFOs. You cannot see them, for they have technology of mirrored technology on them. And what they do is that through sound, we decide through the galactics what symbol, what crop circle we are meant to now imprint upon your earth. They could be viewed as alchemy symbols as well. And then the UFO goes to that area where we have feel that it is the strongest ley line energies, that it will influence the most in that area, this particular constructed architectural symbol. And we, through the sound technology, we create them. And this is how you will see the bending of the perfect lines and the detail to it. It is an imprint that we have already created, that the sound technology then presses upon with sound, and also perhaps maybe heat, presses, and then when that happens, you could say clicks into place, locks into place energetically upon Earth Mother. And when that does, who looks upon it, it will activate souls blueprints within their souls, activate memories, Reconstruction is when you enter into the 5D of the new Earth. Shapes and symbols are creation itself and sound. So they are extremely significant and important to you all. So they further activate individuals as well as the collective of humanity, and helps lift the vibration. Lift and lift a little bit and a little bit more. Lift the densities. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Do we have enough time now? It's 2:05 Aurora's time, and time for another question. Or...
Let me think.
Thank you.
You may ask one more question, yes.
Thank you. Do you have any messages for the divine feminine and masculine, and how they can work together in unison? Also in relation to twin flame unions. What happens when there is a twin flame union?
Thank you. Chromosomes, little by little, you add a piece and another piece, and it grows and it grows and it grows. We've mentioned already this in past channels, how we're working with your DNA. See if there's anything else I would like to add on top of that. As your DNA reconstructs itself and grows into your crystalline bodies, connection to your crystalline bodies, you create that bridge stronger and stronger too. These crystalline bodies that are needed into the ascension. And it's like a puzzle, a building of a frequency, a building of the ladder going up the frequency. And like a beautiful rainbow. And a bridge to your higher self. Understanding that all can be healed within your body. DNA can be reconstructed little by little. And this is another manner that the crop circles work as well, as we're aiding in reconstructing your DNA through activations of them. Now, as far as twin flames, we have spoken much of twin flames. I'm trying to scan to see what else we can share with you all. As those twin flames come together, and so does Mother Earth come together. She grows and comes together with her beautiful twin flame, the Divine Father. And as she gets closer to her twin flame, the Divine Father, you get closer. So for the most powerful love frequency on your earth is when twin flames are together. That is the most powerful. For now they have doubled, triplefold, quadruplefold their energies by being in union. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art, a beautiful architectural work, creation. It is as a diamond that has been cracked in half, and that has the beautiful architecture within it of the facets. And as that diamond has that crack, you heal. You're healing that crack. And as that crack within it split in half, when not together the twin flames, you are now building upon the crack and reconstructing it with the elements, the minerals that are needed to reconstruct and to make that diamond whole once more of the beautiful facets that the twin flame union reflects upon creation. Such beautiful colors and symbols and energies that they can reflect. Thank you. Let me see if there's anything else that I would like to share or the Blue Avians before we end this transmission.
Would you be able to share who your twin flame is? We would love to know.
Hmm. In this time and space, I shall say I have none. I have the feminine within me. That is part of me. That is all I can share in this time and space. Let me scan as I feel we are missing something to share. A moment of silence, please. Yes. I wanted to point out once more that we speak to you through your dreams, though at times you might not remember them. We welcome you to connect to us to your dreams, for we fly through the realm of the Delta brainwave. We fly through these consciousness of the sleep. Reach out to us. That is all. We thank you, we honor you, we love you, and we respect you. Adonai.
Thank you.
Whew, that was fun. Give me a second. Whew, so much energy going through me. Whew, dizzy. All right, thank you all so much for being here. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. And May we have many activations and remembrances from our souls through these beautiful teachings of Raziel, Razio, and Toth and the Blue Avians. I honor you, I thank you, and I respect you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you. Thank you. Please subscribe and like and share this video. Talk to y'all later.